Hello, and welcome to Spiritual Calisthenics. Today on Sunday, February 6th, we commemorate the Sunday of the Canaanite woman. Sunday, we also celebrate the memory of St. Photius, Patriarch of Constantinople. The epistle today is the same that we've read for other hierarchs, so I'm not going to go over that since we've talked about that at length the last couple of Spiritual Calisthenics. And I encourage you to read about St. Photius and his amazing life and what he did to the arts in Constantinople. But today I want us to focus a little bit on this gospel passage. It's one of my favorites. At that time, Jesus went to the district of Tyre and Sidon, and behold, a Canaanite woman from that region came out and cried, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. My daughter is severely possessed by a demon." Now, we have to understand, Canaanites and Jews do not get along with one another. And they were considered enemies. And beyond all that, a woman, again, that is without a man would not be talking to another person in public like this. This is very shameful. It is considered improper. And so the idea is that she is doing something that is not what is expected. But he, Jesus Christ, did not answer her a word, and his disciples came and begged him, saying, "Send her away, for she is crying after us." Which means that the disciples are essentially telling Jesus, look, just give her what she wants. Give her what she wants so she'll go away and leave us alone. Because we don't want to deal with her, and it's annoying. She's crying after us. He answered his disciples, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Now, who are the people of Israel? Now, this is a double entendre that Jesus Christ is telling us. On the one hand, we're looking at the physical house of Israel, the descendants of Abraham, which is Israel itself. And the lost sheep are those that have lost their way. But what is Israel really? What is the real Israel? Israel are the people of faith, those that believe in the covenant of God and follow after him. The real children of Abraham are children of faith. So it's more than just blood. But she came and knelt before him, saying, "Lord, help me." So imagine what this woman is going through. She's been ignored. She's being treated as an offshouting. The disciples are saying, just get rid of her. And Jesus Christ is stating to the disciples, he's not even talking to her. He's talking only to his disciples. "I only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel." And this woman humbles herself, gets on her knees, and says, "Help me." And he answered, "It is not fair to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs." Now, he's taken it a step further still. He's calling her a dog, less than human. And in a way, that's how people were treating each other back then. That if you were not part of my group, and we can truly say we see this today even, within partisan discourse that we see within each other, that if you're not part of my camp, you're less than human. You're a dog. He says it's terrible. I'm not going to give you something that is meant for the children. It's like you're stealing from my children to receive blessings from me. Now, this woman, if you had been called that, or if I had been called that, being called a dog, we might have cried, we might have run away, we might have gotten angry, we might have wanted to fight the man because we're here on behalf of our daughter. We're here because we want to save our daughter who is demon-possessed. And we've been, instead of getting help, instead of seeing compassion from this person that you've been hearing all these things about, he's calling you a dog. But she instead answers, "Yes, Lord, yet even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." So she recognizes that her lot is not the same as the Jews, that the Messiah is for the Jews. She is not able to fully receive that. She's just looking for the crumbs, whatever can come out of him. And this is where Jesus turns the whole narrative on its head. Because all of this was a show. He knew this woman. He did this for his disciples and for us. Then Jesus answered her, "O woman, great is your faith." Now, first of all, to call someone woman back then, Jesus did the same thing when he said to his mother, "Woman, what have you to do to me? My hour has not yet come." It is at that time a sign of respect when you call a woman woman. It's an epithet of respect. But then to say, "Great is your faith." If you recall from our discussion yesterday, in which Jesus Christ said, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, clearly many of us don't have that because we're not able to do the things that we could do if we had just that little bit of faith. You can count on one hand the amount of people that Jesus Christ said, "Great is your faith." And the funny thing is, two of them, they're not even Jewish. They're not Israelites. One was the centurion, and one is this woman here. Great is your faith. Be it done for you as you desire. And her daughter was healed instantly. So what is this teaching us? It's teaching us that we should love everyone, that we should not see people as less than or as dogs, that we are all children of God, and that we should have faith in him. This reminds me of the quote of Job, who said, "Even should he destroy me, it is him I am looking for." Because sometimes God doesn't give us what we want. Sometimes God withholds his blessings for a time until he's ready for us to receive them. And we think that God's not listening, or that God doesn't want to help us or be there for us. And that's just not true. God does love us. God is there for us. He's there for everybody. The timing, however, requires faith to recognize even when things seem terrible, he's still there. He's still with you. He's walking with you. He's shouldering your burden with you. And not lose faith. To take example of this woman, for all intents and purposes, should be seen as an enemy, as less than, as other, as alien. And Jesus Christ shows us that's just not the case. She had great faith. And he did this not to humiliate her, not to drag her through the mud to get what she wanted, but to highlight for all of us how amazing this woman is, how much we should try to emulate her faith, her love for her daughter, and her faith in God. I hope that we all can have that kind of faith one day, to trust and to love that way. I hope that you've enjoyed today's Spiritual Calisthenics. Have a blessed and wonderful day and a blessed week. God bless.